Hello everyone, students. I am Hema Satish Sharma, and we are discussing the chapter Light for class 8th. We in our previous lecture we had discussed myopia and hypermetropia, why they occur, and how can they be corrected. In today's lecture, we will discuss one more eye defect, which is cataract. So, due to old age, the lens, which is crystalline, it becomes milky and cloudy. So, in a cataract patient, thus the person cannot see clearly. So as you see, the rays, they converge because the lens is crystalline. Now if this lens has become milky and cloudy, it is no more crystalline, so the bending of the light will not be proper and image will be not formed clearly. But the good news is the cataract can be treated by surgery. In cataract surgery, the cloudy lens is removed and an artificial lens is transplanted in the eye. So here you can see this is a normal eye. So the lens which is here, which is clear, it becomes cloudy. So lens becomes cloudy, and this is how a cataract eye look like. So during normal year, what happens, since the lens is healthy, so it allows light rays from all part of retina to receive and images formed. While in clouding lens, what happens in the lens with the cataract? What happens, that light is dispersed in all the direction, and since these rays are not meeting, the focus, the images out of focus and hazy. Now we'll talk about visually challenged person, those people who have a defect of vision, who cannot see properly, right? So some people, including children, face the disability of vision. This disability of vision or blindness can be partial or complete. Such persons are called visually challenged person. So now here till this time this is clear that visually challenged person can be partially visually challenged or completely visually challenged. Either they can see small little things, or they cannot see anything. So the visually challenged person usually show a marked development of other senses. So the person is not been able to see, but nature has improved its other vision like sense of touch and sense of hearing. However, the visually challenged person can be helped by providing additional sources so that he can develop their capabilities further. Resources, the additional resources which can be provided to visually challenged person can be non-optical aids or optical aids. So optical aids are related to vision. So optical aids will be provided to person which are partially visually challenged. So optical aids are basically the aids which will improve the vision, right? So these aids enlarge, few of these aids enlarge an image or a text so that they could be visible. Bifocal lenses, contact lenses, tinted lenses, magnifiers, and telescopic aid magnifying device, telescopic device come under this category. Now we'll see non-optical aids. Non-optical aids help a person who is completely visually challenged. Non-optical aids include visual aids, which magnify words, tactual aids, and auditory aids. Visual aids can magnify words, provide suitable intensity of light and material at proper distances. So here you can see there are a few optical aids and non-optical aids, right? Tactile aids include braille writer, slate, and stylus. It helps the visually challenged person in taking notes, reading, and writing. Auditory aids include cassettes, tapes, recorders, talking books, and other such devices. Electronic aids such as talking calculators are also available for performing any computational task. CCTVs also is also an electronic aid, enlarged printed material with suitable contrast and illumination. Use of audio CDs, voice boxes with computers are also very helpful for listening to and writing the desired text. Now we'll be discussing about Louis Braille. So we all know that Louis Braille was a scientist, or was a man who has created a Braille script for visually challenged person, and it is the most popular resource of visually challenged person. Now, the Braille code is used for common languages, mathematics, and scientific notation. Louis Braille was born in 1809 in France, and he became blind due to some accident in childhood. So, he developed the Braille script in 1824. Braille script system has 63 raised dot patterns or characters. So one letter pattern has 6 dots. So each character or pattern can be a letter, a combination of letter, a common word, or a grammatical sign. So these dots which are in Braille are arranged in a cell of 2 vertical rows of 3 dots each. Reader need to touch the Braille script to read it. So this is a tactile aid. So as I was telling you that these are 6 vertical 2 rows having 6 dots, right? Now this is for example how C is written. So if the first 2 dots are raised, so a visual person, challenged person can see that out of 6 only above 2 are raised. So this might be letter C. Similarly, if the first dot is raised, it is letter A. This pattern will show the letter T. So if we if this is written and we touch, we can interpret that yes, cat is written. Now see, it has said that pattern can represent a letter. So these are the letters. Then few common words like and grammatical signs like comma. So these dot patterns are set, and blind persons they learn these the patterns, and by touching these patterns they can identify what is written there. So I hope you have understood this chapter well. This was all about this chapter. Thank you so much.